In the high altitudes of the Kanto mountain range, the weather is not merely a backdrop, it is a source of life. Here, amidst the eternal storm, a legend is born. But it begins life surprisingly small and vulnerable. A juvenile Zapdos. Its famous electrical mastery is currently nothing more than uncontrolled static, and it is entirely dependent on its parents for food. But on these treacherous slopes, the storm is not the only danger. A Rhydon, a massive ground dweller, patrols the cliffs. With armor-plated skin that naturally grounds electricity, the Rhydon is an unstoppable force and a nightmare for a young Thunderbird. The Rhydon smells the nest. Its eyesight is poor, but its sense of smell is acute, and it knows a defenseless meal is within reach. The chick attempts a threat display, but its voltage is too low. Against a ground-type predator, these sparks are nothing more than a tickle. Evolution has designed Rhydon to ignore electricity completely. It seems the chick's fate is sealed. But the storm does not abandon its own. From the cloud layer, a sudden drop in pressure signals an arrival. The Matriarch returns. A fully grown Zapdos, a creature that doesn't just survive the storm, it commands it. Zapdos unleashes a voltage that would vaporize most creatures, but Rhydon's hide is essentially wet stone. The attack grounds harmlessly. The Titan retaliates with a lethal horn thrust. Zapdos barely escapes, realizing its elemental advantage is useless here. Intelligence comes into play. It takes to the sky, utilizing superior mobility against its cumbersome, grounded foe. If lightning won't work, brute force must. Zapdos's talons are surprisingly powerful, capable of piercing even dense hide if aimed correctly. A strike near the eye is enough. The Rhydon, valuing its vision over a small meal, concedes the territory and retreats into the mist. The danger passes. In the brutal logic of nature, survival is the only victory that matters. To accelerate its growth, the parent shares more than warmth. It transfers raw bioelectrical energy, jump-starting the chick's internal capacitors. Weeks pass. The downy fluff of infancy gives way to the jagged, conductive plumage of a subadult. Now, the nest has become too small. The call of the storm is instinctive, pulling the young Thunderbird toward the edge. But instinct wars with fear. To fly is to conquer the storm, but to fail is to fall into the abyss. A leap of faith. For a creature built of electricity and bone, gravity is a harsh initial lesson. The first few seconds are pure chaos. Without the strength to fight the gale, it is not flying, it is falling. But panic triggers instinct. It doesn't just use muscle to fly, it floods its wings with bioelectricity, stiffening the feathers against the turbulence. It works. The fall becomes a glide. It is shaky, ungraceful, and entirely dependent on the storm's updrafts. The landing is a disaster, but it survived. The subadult is no longer just a resident of the mountain, it is now a creature of the sky. Flying burns immense energy, and the young Zapdos is starving. It spots movement in the Caldera Lake below. A school of Magikarp. In normal conditions, catching fish underwater would be impossible for a raptor of this size. But Zapdos has evolved a unique hunting strategy. It doesn't need to dive, it turns its own body into a weapon. By discharging thousands of volts into the water, it stuns everything in a 10-meter radius. It is fishing with lightning. The prey floats to the surface, paralyzed. The hunt is successful. The young Thunderbird is learning that its power is not just for defense, but for dominance. The air pressure drops catastrophically. A supercell is forming. For any other creature, this is a death sentence. For Zapdos, it is a calling. Instinct drives the subadult not away from the danger, but directly into its heart, the eye of the storm. Inside the vortex, the forces are immense. It is a brutal trial by ordeal, pushing its biology to the absolute breaking point. And then the ultimate test. It must absorb a direct lightning strike, enough energy to power a city and survive. The influx of raw power triggers its final metamorphosis. The sub-adult is gone. The legend is born. No longer fighting the gale, it now commands it. It navigates the chaotic currents with the ease of a master in its own element. It has conquered the mountain, defeated its rivals, and tamed the lightning itself. Zapdos is undisputed apex of the Kanto skies, and as long as thunder rolls over these peaks, we will know that the legend is out there, watching.